say, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. You are everything to me. Yeah. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. So wonderful. You are everything that we need. You're the hope of salvation. The light of the
Come on, y'all, put your hands together on this one. Come on. Let's have some fun, church. Come on, sing. You made my day.
You made my day.
You came my way.
You came my way.
Yeah. You heard me every time. Every time I pray, you gave me peace.
You gave me peace.
And then you gave me grace.
You gave me grace.
Ooh, you put a smile upon my face. Come on, y'all. You brought the sunshine.
The sunshine
In my life.
throughout the lifeline.
Throughout the lifeline. Saved my life. Yeah. Since that I have found Christ, there has been such a change in my life. Jesus is the answer. He breaks every fetter.
Breaks every battle.
And it
All right, listen, y'all. I want to use for a topic today, who did the work? I want to ask you straight up, who's done the work? Who's done the work in unlocking trauma? Woo, this is good, right? All right, I'm ready to get right into it. Get some pens, paper. I want you to be old school. Go get a pen, hurry. Pen, paper, pause me. Go get a pen, get a paper. We about to do some work. It's gonna change your life. Listen, if you got trauma going on and it's messing with you, you wanna hear this. Here we go. The confidence to walk in who you are was given to you by God. Some think they did it on their own, but who did the work? Unfortunately, when they stumble, it's due to not giving credit to God, because who did the work? He is the source. If you've made it this far in your ignorance or your arrogance, who did the work? Imagine this. Where could you go if you applied the confidence of God to the equation? You ain't seen nothing yet. Philippians chapter number 1, verse 6 says, be confident of this, that he who has begun a good work in you will carry it to completion unto the day of Jesus Christ. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Who did the work? Who started the work? God did. Watch this. Confidence is the state of feeling certain about the truth. Have you ever heard this, that the truth will make you free? That the truth will literally make you free, not set you free. The truth makes you free because once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Once you've been exposed to it, you can't be unexposed. So let me expose you to something. I want you to hear it. You don't have to be broke. Your trauma can be used as fuel to get you to the next place. Did you see Mr. Brunson went out of space and came back, financed his own space shuttle? Oh, and now they're taking trips to space. But what I'm trying to tell you, who did the work? He did the work and God did the work. Listen, God is the truth and he can't lie. The truth is that God is the truth. He can't lie. So this is what I do to God when it comes to my prosperity. And it comes to when I'm talking prosperity, let me help you. Prosperity is not about dollars and cents. Prosperity is a mindset, first of all. You ever see some of these rappers take $50,000 and burn it? $50,000, throw it in the trash? That's a poverty mentality. One day they may wish that they had that $50,000. I would have invested it. I would have let it. It's a dishonor. They don't know better. Hope you watch it. It's a dishonor and a disrespect to God. You too young for that. You 20 years old, burning $50,000 up. You got a long life to live, dog. A lot of people coming to take your money. A lot of people coming to take what you got. A lot of people. You may need it for a lawsuit. You may need that money for your children, your grandchildren. God gave you this. The world helped you to get it, and God blessed you, and you throwing it away. You squandering it. You got a long life to live. It doesn't matter what you look like or what it looks like. What God said, he can do it. You can only be stopped by you, by stinking thinking and foolish behavior. And just because you get away with it now, don't mean you don't have consequences. Sin will always give consequences. Not always about heaven and hell. We all sin. I sin, you sin, we all sin, and we all get consequences. See, we can think we're getting away. We can think. It's kind of like now, I'll be 45 this year. I'm realizing what the elders used to tell me. Oh, things I used to eat, it's coming back bothering me now. Can't do it no more. Places I used to go, listen to me, I used to jump off my stage. Yeah! I was 29. Yeah! Jump 8 feet in the air. Do you want to do a backflip? Now I walk down it. Let me make sure all the steps, it ain't no steps missing because it's going to cost you later. Just like didn't trauma, someone molested you when you were 8 years old. Your parents didn't even realize that it happened. You never told anybody because in your mind, you were not sure. You were so young. Did it happen? Did it really happen? And the person that did it lied, told you if you ever say something, I'm going to kill you. If you ever say something, your parents are going to reject you. The violators always find a way to make the person that they're violating and they're messing up, trying to mess up. They always know how to say the right things to a kid to make them not tell. And your whole life, you done had this secret and this lie inside of you, confusing your sexuality, confusing your relationships, messing up your marriage, getting between you and your relationship with God. And a lot of us, it's happened to our men. Who we gonna tell? For a man, it could have been a woman that did it. And we was raised, a lot of men, that's okay, and it's not. And if it happened to a man, and a man did it, another man especially not gonna want to say. So he goes or she goes her whole life living beneath their privilege over something that happened, that traumatized them, not knowing that this doesn't have to stop your life. This doesn't have to define your life. This is not who you are. It happened to you. And you can leave it there, or you can bring it with you in life with the victory. You can leave it where it happened at 8 years old in the victory, or you can bring it with you and carry it with you the rest of your life in the victory. Or you can leave it where you were 8 years old and carry it for the rest of your life and suffer, haven't you? All of us have been touched inappropriately somewhere. All of us have been spoken to inappropriately somewhere. All of us have been lied on and lied about. And many of us have been the violators. Somebody have been the perpetrator. And hearing me talk, you almost turned the channel. You almost want to blow your brains out because you did it years back. And it's traumatized you. You are not what you did. That's what you did. You are not what was done to you. That's what was done to you. The violator have trauma, and the person that was violated have trauma. What you mean? Some violators did it because it was done to them. So now they got to deal with being violated and violating somebody. Think of that person. And then this person has to feel like maybe it's their fault. What am I trying to tell you? Stuff happens. Let me help you. God know about it all. Where was he at? He was right there saying, you stronger than you think. The greatest activist. I cried and said, Lord, why did some of the worst things happen to me? He said, son, I'm letting this happen to you because the greatest activists come as a result of what people go through. And the trauma that allows you to happen in your life, let happen in your life, I used it to make you the unlocker. Every tear you cried was to unlock somebody else. Every day you felt suicidal and depressed because of what happened to you was power I was going to give you for somebody else. But I had to make a decision based on principles. I am not what happened to me. I am not what was done to me. I'm God's son. And if you're worried about my trauma, you need to worry about your trauma because I'm dealing with mine. You got to deal with yours. God, come on, let me unlock you. God is a God that can heal your mind, but you got to watch what you let come in your head sonically. Let's go. Number one, you gotta watch your sonics. Sounds. Faith come by hearing by the word of God. There are false prophets and liars online. Who are you hearing? If you're hearing the wrong thing, you're gonna have faith that this is who you are and this is gonna marginalize you. If you listen to the right person, you can learn that your trauma, the pain of it can stop. And the thought of it, you can have selective amnesia, or you can remember it and say, it don't faze me no more. Ask somebody you know. It happened to them and it ain't even affected their life because they were able to make the mental leap. Some of you are like the pit bull I talked about. If you didn't get it, you need to watch the other episode. That pit bull, my friend's pit bull, had a shock collar on him for years. His whole life, he was a baby. Now it's a big grown dog. But as soon as he comes to a gate or a line, he stops. He more powerful than the shock. The pain of the shock ain't enough to kill him. But because he believe it can, he stopped at the gate. I'm here to tell you, push through the pain. I'm here to tell you, even though it hurt, throw your whole self at it. Throw your whole self at God. I had to push myself through. Throw your whole self at, say, God, I'm broken. Throw your whole self at God. Throw yourself right on the pain and let it do what it's called to do. If that pit bull really knew his power, I wouldn't have played with him. If the pit bull knew his power, I never would have went to the gate. The reason why I walked up on him, because he's more powerful than me in his domain. But the reason why I walked up on him, because I knew he was too stupid. He was too stupid to change laws. And because I know he wouldn't change laws, I'm stronger than him in his domain. But if that dog ever realized that the pain he thought he was going to get ain't even there, I'm not going in the yard. The devil beating you up and beating you down because you don't know your power. Let's keep working. Don't be like the frog who can still jump but stays in the boiling water. You know, they did a test years ago. They put a frog in water, he can jump. But if they said is we're going to put him in the pot, he going to jump out. Going to put water in the pot, he going to jump out. But then they put the frog in the pot and just put water in it, he's in there chilling. And they just start heating it up slowly and slowly. And it boils him to death, cooks him. What did you think the frog was thinking as the water was heating up? Now I'm looking at the frog thinking, just jump. Come on, man. You can do it. Do what you're designed to do. Just jump. I'm looking at the frog saying, it's 2 more degrees hotter. Can't you feel it cooking you? Just jump. Now I'm looking at the frog a minute later. It's 5 degrees hotter. The frog sweating. His eyes looking. And I'm saying, dude, you got legs. You're alive. Do what you've been doing. Jump. But something in his mind tells him this is how his life got to be. And he dies horribly, boiled to death. Don't that sound like you? I want to ask you, when are you going to jump? Do it today. The fruits of righteousness is you having the ability to prosper in whatever you do. A fruit is something that's sweet. A fruit is something that is nutritious. And a fruit is an example of the roots. See, the fruit is an example of how powerful the tree is. The fruit's not the tree. The fruit's not the branches. It's not the roots. That's why the Bible says, I am the vine and you are the branches. If you abide in me, I abide in you. But if you don't, you're going to be cut off and cast into the fire. So the real connection is God. But the fruit is what comes as a result of being connected. So fruit is immeasurable. What God's going to do in your life now, you can't quantify. It's unquantifiable. It's priceless. Just like a seed, to be honest, there's not a scientist yet that can predict how many apples really will come off one tree. Because each tree has its own personality. Each tree has its own purpose and design. So does each seed. Some seeds are going to do a little bit, but there are some seeds that's going to go crazy. Let me show you fruits. What's a superfood? You got some foods that's regular. They don't do as much for you. But then we've learned they're superfoods. You eat that, it just boosts your whole system and give you life. Superfoods. Fruits of righteousness is the superfood of following God. Everything you do is better, it's sweeter, it's more colorful, it's more brilliant. The sonics are increased, the optics are increased, the intrinsic, the extrinsic values. Everything is heightened when you understand where your fruit comes from. But then you have negative fruit. So you got fruit that comes from the tree of righteousness, and then you have fruit that comes from the tree of unrighteousness. There's no neutrality. So unrighteous fruit is when you get involved in evil things and things that don't please God, the return of investment, the ROI. So watch this. You slap somebody, they shoot you. You dead. They jaw hurt, but you a dead body. That's the fruit of your unrighteousness. You have sex with the wrong person. See, people telling you, oh, you just going to go to hell. God ain't sending you to hell for every little thing. But watch this. You might sleep with the wrong man or woman and catch a demon. Sexually transmitted spirits. 1 minute, you was good. You was thinking about God. You slept with that man. And now you thinking about being an atheist. You got with this woman. You've been with her. You let her cook for you. You've been in the bed with her. She got the wrong spirit. All of a sudden, you done lost your job. People don't like you. Things happening. You thinking wrong because you hooked with the wrong person. Sometimes you got to understand, whatever you connected to, you get fruit. You got to be connected to who leads you. Some of you done left me, but where your fruit? Who you connected with? Who you talking to? You left me for your homie. You don't go to church nowhere. You don't listen to me no more. You listen to your stupid friend. Well, when you was talking to me, you was growing. You had cars and homes and business. You was doing better. Now you toe up. Others, you left and you went, one man plants, one man water, God get an increase. You came to me, I got you to a certain point. Now where you at, look how good you're doing. You need to know what tree you connected to. So my fruit can be righteous or unrighteous. Be careful who you connected to. Be careful who introduced you. Watch this. Fruit is this. I don't let anybody introduce me. Because if you don't have certain fruit, if you got negative, if you got fruit from a bad tree, and I let you introduce me to somebody from a good tree, they're going to reject me. They're going to know my fruit going to sour because of what it came from. Have you ever heard of one bad apple spoiled a whole bunch? That's true. Genetically, agriculturally, and on principles. If you take a rotten apple right now with a rotten hole in it, a worm in it, eating it up. It's dying. Put it in a bowl of healthy apples. Give it a day. Every other apple get infected. But if you take it out, as soon as you see it, you got to take that bad apple out and throw it away. If not, it infect the whole thing. The fruit of righteousness is more contagious than the fruit of unrighteousness. But the fruit of unrighteousness is more famous than the fruit of righteousness. Famous people get the credit for unrighteous fruit. But the righteous fruit is the one sometimes is done in secret. Yeah. See, I'm the kind of dude that'll be walking in the room and look like I ain't got nothing and own the whole building. And other people walk in the building and look like they own the whole building and can't buy a taco. You have to judge a tree based on the fruit. And that's why I'm talking to you about trauma. I can talk all of this talk, but you can see my fruit. I'm asking you to give your money, but you can see the quality that I'm asking you on from. Do you hear it? Do you see it? Fruit. You can look at the last 10 years of my life and see I ain't playing. What about you? What I'm asking God to do for me and you is to increase the fruit of our righteousness. Let me show you. Righteousness, Anthony Murray's commentary, is doing things in the earth based on your design and your obedience to God. Let me say that again. Righteousness is you personally doing what God personally is instructing you to do based on your design in that way. I am the unlocker. God told me to be like, He made me like this. Everybody that's supposed to connect with me can't latch on unless I'm 100% me. I can't unlock you if I'm not the unlocker. What about you? Let's keep going. I'm going to give you my final thoughts. And I love this. I know this is unlocking you, and you need to tune in next week because I ain't done. Confident people, here are my final thoughts. Confident people treat others well because they remember where they've come from. Stop saying you're a real believer and you're a kingdom person when you forgot what you came from. Don't worry. God got a way. He's going to show you, you'll be back. Confident people remind themselves often who did the work for them. You and God. Here's the next one. Confident people are givers because they know who their source is. They know where their help comes from. They sow, they serve, they give, and they build, even through their trauma, because they believe. God is your source. I want you to say this with me. Write it down on your fridge before I go. God is my source. God is my sustainer. And God is my supplier. And for my hood dudes, God is the boss. And He is the best plug. My name is Anthony Murray, and you've just been unlocked. You know, I want to ask you to tithe today, 10%. If you made whatever your income was, whatever your increase was, tithing is 10%. Matter of fact, I want you to stop thinking about your money like a check. Really, wealth is anything, and money is anything that has an exchange value. People are going online selling old tennis shoes, old bags, things to get wealth. I want to challenge you to give into the unlocker. Give into this ministry so that we can take this unlocking message all over the world. We need to pay for television time, internet time. We need to pay for experts to help us do what we do. I am asking you to help me do this by just simply saying, Oasis and Pastor Anthony, the unlocker, that's where I'm going to sow my tithes. I know you're in a different state. I know you're in a different country. This is where I'm going to send my tithes. And if you want to be a blessing to Anthony Murray Ministries, $AMM Network, all the other information is on the screen. I want to ask you to go to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook to get all the things that I'm doing. I only have 30 minutes or so to be on here. I can't talk about it all, but you can catch a lot of my content on YouTube. I want you to consider this. Pause me if you need to. Pause me and get ready to send it to somebody that you love and care about. Go get them and bring them in the room. I don't care if it's a teenager, because we're about to pray the prayer of salvation and faith for your family. We don't want to do all of this without souls coming into the kingdom. My name is Anthony Murray. I'll see you next time. Hey, my name is Anthony Murray. I'm so excited to be unlocking you today. I want to get to know you personally. I have books, I have coaching, and all kind of stuff that I need to get to you right now. I have a book entitled What Happened to Your Dreams. It's all about redefining and rediscovering your God-given purpose and dreams. I'll walk you step by step with this book on how to do it. One of my favorite chapters is talking about your personal greatness and that, listen, you were born to inspire. Some of the things you've gone through in your life was all to get you to this point. You need to get the book. Let me send it to you. Text AMM to 52886 and connect with me. Join me. Become a part of what we're doing. Also, if you'd like to get the book, go to Amazon.com and you can get it right now. I'm so excited about unlocking you, but I need your help. Tell 3 people that Anthony Murray is live and he's ready to unlock. I'll see y'all next time.